Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Monster Sanctuary. This is well, it's kind of a Monster Hunter, basically in a 2D kind of scroll setup. Basically, you can have 6 monsters on your team. I have 6 monsters now. I have the guy we started off with on the far left, that's Chianti. That's a wolf that has some basic attacks. Aramis is a blob I captured. Bixa is a bird I captured. Leilani is a magma worm I captured. Shinwan is a mushroom I captured. And Gastani is a... I don't remember what kind of monster. Honestly, don't remember. With the party menu here, I can move these guys around. These guys up top are my starting lineup, basically. But I can trade them out. Right now, with Chianti level 10... so when I go into battle, all these guys actually gain experience. Whether or not they're in battle or not. So if I wanted to move, say, Leilani up here to Chianti's point, that means that I will now be able to fight with Leilani starting off in my party. I can always change these guys out just before the party, or just before the fight, rather. So what we can do is I'm going to go ahead and level these guys up a little bit. So you can see we have a lot of skill points available. Now that I've hit level 10 with Aramis, in fact, I can go down to this second tier and think about what I want here. King Bolt seems to be doing a decent amount of damage. I haven't really used Bubble Burst at all. Let's try to use Bubble Burst a little bit more. Bixa has some good party equipment stuff. Every buff action applies one additional random buff. Could be good for us. This combo mastery is really helping us out a lot. I think just getting her more defense might be a good idea. One more attack. I don't know, the combo buff seems pretty good. She's pretty good in team. And then we have Chianti for his skill points, or hers. So you see there in parentheses there is the type of damage. So you have wind, you have earth, you have fire, and that's all we actually know about. Yeah, wind, earth, fire, water. Right, that's the other one. And of course neutral if it's just basic damage. Ice spears could be really interesting. Let's go for that. Alright. So I'm going to trade out the party a couple times. You can see how fights go. Basically, this is how the levels are set up. You can see in the map here, I've been through a decent amount of the game. We started off in the green. We went to the yellow, or the orange rather, which is a fortress, which didn't have any fights. And we're down here in the blue, looking for a big monster. There's an overarching story. That really doesn't matter for this right now. One thing that does matter, though, is that these jumps, we can jump pretty high, but there's some jumps we just can't make yet. I'm assuming that's both to act as a kind of a gate, a one-way gate, and there's some things we just can't touch. You see a lot of these. These will have some items, like the shell +1. So I can go, and that's what the equipment is for, is I can go and say, well, Leilani needs a new shell or something. And so by looking at shell +1, I can see how my stats will change. My defense goes up, my health goes down by 50, though. My damage reduction also goes up by 7%. Okay, or I could trade out the Vital Ring and see... Wow, health goes down by 120. That sounds really bad. Sustain Ring. Mana regeneration is pretty useful. Mana regen happens every turn during a fight. That going down by 15 sounds like a really bad idea. Probably don't want to do that. So I think one of these guys also has a shell. Oh, all right. Yeah, well, I already have a shell +1 here. Anybody else want a shell? Anybody? Anybody? Doesn't look like we have any takers for the shell here. Oh, well. That could be better. Bix has been getting hurt a lot during fights. Had to resurrect her during a fight quite a few times. Okay, so here we go. We'll get to see how a fight goes. We might actually lose this fight. I don't know. 2 monks and a Tengu is going to be tough. Let's see. Alright. Yeah, Tengu. I had that right. Okay, so we're going to start off with Leilani, Aramis, and Bixa. Chianti is our highest level, but I think we just leave him in the background for now. Yeah, we can always choose monsters and go, well, I want Chianti, Aramis, and Gastani, for instance. Oh, shit! Okay, I did not actually mean to do that, but that's okay. We can make this work. So, this guy is weak to water. Big giant sign says water weakness, so Ice Spear seems like a good choice. Hit with a bunch of ice. That's good, took them down to half. Slime Shot will poison, and I think we just go ahead and poison this guy. Would probably do it. They do have an earth weakness. Slime is basically earth damage. So it seems like a good choice there. And Flame Strike will hit everyone. We're going to do Poison Bomb on this guy. Probably not a bad idea. Or Flame Strike will almost take him out. Let's do a Fireball. I don't think that sets him on fire. No, it just hurts him a lot. Alright, so we didn't actually kill anyone this turn. That could be bad for us. Yes. Yeah, poor Aramis taking a lot of the hits there. Oh, wow, I didn't realize Tengu were weak to fire like that. That was a hell of a big hit. Okay, well, we could focus on somebody, or we just use an item in battle. I think we should do that. Use a small potion on our Tengu. There we go, that healed him up to full. Arcane Bolt on you will just kill you, and I think that's the proper thing to do. There we go, he's out. Now these monks are still dangerous. You see, this is pointing down because I do have the option, or would normally have the option, to have a level 2 Flame Strike, but I don't actually have the mana for it. Mana regen didn't quite get to 100, so I only have 78 right now, so I can only use 70. Well, one of them's already poisoned. Let's go and poison the other one. Alright, they're both poisoned. That means they both took 80 poison damage there. Bunch of hits to Aramis, taking big hits like a champ. Okay, yeah. Hurting too. Sorry about that. Alright. You guys are weak to what? Earth, but you're resistant to wind. Unfortunately, Chianti doesn't have any of those attacks. I could just generally hit you. But really, I think we just need to heal. So heal the blob. There you go. Not quite a full heal. What I think we also do is heal you. There we go. And then go and fireball you. Won't kill you, but will hurt. That was a good hit. Okay, we should be able to take him out by next turn, I think. Lightning punches. Yeah, Tengu takes it on the nose. Chianti takes a little bit there, but I'm less worried about Chianti because we have lifesteal on our claws. So we swipe here. Not only takes you out, but heals us up a little bit. And the poison doesn't stack, so doing this again would actually be bad for us. But applying an armor break will make it so that further hits maybe work a little bit better. I'm going to do a fine. I can't do a fireball. Do a poison strike, though. Unfortunately, I don't have the right kind of equipment because I wasn't expecting to use him because I'm being silly is what I'm being. Alright. Here, take a poison bomb. What the hell? At least does some damage there. Hopefully you don't hurt my Tengu. No, went straight for Chianti. I'm good with that. Okay, so this monk is out. Not too bad. Could have been better, but not too bad. So every battle we get scored. We actually got 3 stars there. I've done 4 stars once, ever. That affects our rare loot chance and our gold bonus. We also have a chance in every fight, and that's part of the rare loot chance, is to be able to get an egg from one of the bad guys, and then we can hatch the egg and train them up. That's how we get monsters. Now, I already have a full roster, so I would have to give up somebody, or just keep the egg in my inventory and not hatch it. So we leveled up somebody there. Who leveled up? Wasn't actually paying attention. I was too busy talking. Oh, Shinwan leveled up. Alright, so we have beating level 2. We can harden everybody. Spore level 2. Let's go ahead and harden everybody up. Gastani, your fireball could use a little bit more oomph. Shielding just yourself is okay, but not great. If you increase your magic, I think that increases your mana pool. But I think instead, let's improve the mana rating. Increasing our mana pool directly there. That should hopefully help. Alright. Hopefully we get to a new fight. Alright, more items. High jump boots. There we go. Okay, see, I've been waiting for these. I knew we were going to get something. We've had way too many of these kind of gates for that not to happen. But now with the high jump boots, this now opens up, almost like a metroidvania, a bunch of different spots. So that jump we couldn't make before, we easily cleared it. And now there's a bunch of these jumps, oh, actually in this room, that I was wondering how the heck we were going to be able to do it. Now we know. high jump boots. How we do it. Alright, so a little bit of a spoiler. I did not mean to do that. Okay, here's the... I thought I had the blue cave key. Oh, that's weird. I could have sworn I picked that up earlier. Guess not. Alright, well this gets us to a bunch of places here. Copper and cotton are both used for upgrading some equipment. So I could go back to... There's also no fall damage, you can tell. I go back to the fortress and talk to a blacksmith and upgrade our equipment for our monsters and maybe be able to work something out there, but we'll see. Now some of these monsters will respawn. It takes a while to do it. Usually you have to leave an area and then come back in order for them to do that. Okay, here's a spot we were able to get to before. Still can't quite get there. Alright, the overhang there is going to make that really tricky. There's probably a way to do that jump. Obviously not from there. Okay, now there's something tricky about that jump. I don't know how to do it. That might be the only way back from the monster cabin, though, and that's why it has the overhang, is to stop me from doing that. Okay, here we go. Finding some mushrooms. Leilani, Aramis, and Bixa. Sure, why not? You guys haven't seen them in action yet, so we'll go ahead and do this. Okay, so the nice thing I like about Leilani, start off with regeneration. And that means pretty much anything they throw at us, we can heal right through. No problems at all. Go and poison you. And then you might as well go ahead and take a beating. That'll take you down to half. As you can see, the yellow, when I hover over them, indicates how much damage we're going to be doing. Yeah, they're going to barely be able to affect us at all. They don't focus fire much at all. Which is actually pretty nice, because yeah, now we're just going to heal right through it. There you go. Do a little bit of poison damage, but big deal. We do an arcane bolt that barely does anything. I think instead of setting you on fire would be good. And the reason for that is that, well, first of all, this guy has a fire weakness. But secondly, Leilani has an ability to get a barrier on all of us, especially on herself, anytime someone gets fire damage. So if you get... Yeah, why not? Go ahead and give him additional poison, so we're not touching him yet. And we Featherstorm you, you should just be dead. And that's exactly how that went down. Alright. He took fire damage, the mushroom took poison damage. Now we swap and give the mushroom fire and the plant guy poison. And that should slowly wear them down here. And there you go, some damage on you. And let's see what works best here. So beating out Tempted, doesn't quite kill you. Doesn't put you in range of death either. Featherstorm? Doesn't quite do it either. Air Sickle definitely doesn't do it. Sidekick gives additional 50% damage. Probably should have done this first. Oh well. Now they'll definitely be in range next turn, I think. To die from both poison and fire. Sure, go Acid Draining, man. With Leilani and the regen, there's no question we're going to make it through this fight, no problem. I could ignite you guys again, but that seems kind of silly. So I think instead I'm just going to shield everybody. Prevent us from taking damage. They have to cut through the blue before they can get to the white part of our health bar. Okay, Arcane Bolt you. Not quite going to get you down to death. Oh, that's totally going to do it, though. Yeah, okay, so I could have played optimally there. At least I'll Sidekick, step in there, and take out the last couple of hit points. That's why I like Sidekick. Sidekick actually just gives us more hits. And let's see. Arcane Bolt's just really bad at level 1. So I think I'm just going to ignite you. The fire doesn't stack, unfortunately, even for multiple sources. If he's already on fire, he's not going to just be on fire more. It's not the way that works. If I Acid Rain him, though, that should decrease his armor. So that should make it more likely he's going to take more damage. And the Featherstorm might just... Yeah, that'll kill him for sure. Right, he did in fact take more damage. And then Sidekick get those 2 last ticks. You might say, well, how do I know that? Well, it's because I've been playing the game for like 2 hours now, so I've kind of gotten a feel for how these things go. So I'm able to step you through how these things work. Alright, so what do I want from you? I have no idea. I guess Arcane Bolt level 2 will help. Cascade sounds pretty good. Damage of every consecutive hit during an attack is increased by 5% continuously. We kind of have that already on Bixa. That's what Psychic does. Each trigger... Oh, actually, 50% damage is actually a lot better than 5%. Alright, well, you know, it still works out. Alright, the extra jump's going to take a little bit getting used to. That means I can go over here. Okay, and fight 3 Tengu. Alright. Tengu versus Tengu sounds like a bad idea, so I want to do that. Shinwan, I think, is too low level. Chianti might be a good choice here. Maybe Leilani, Chianti, and Bixa? Maybe. Alright, so first thing we do is regen. Heal through anything they throw at us. And then... You guys are supposedly weak to water, so let's do some ice spears. Alright, that worked out pretty well. Actually, I think we do sidekick here. Not a great first turn because we didn't take anybody out, but I think it's still okay. There goes Flame Strike. That hurts. Flame Strike again on all 3 of us. We do have that ability on our Tengu. We should be able to heal, yeah, most of the way through that. If I set some of you guys on fire, like for instance you, that'd be great. I can claw my way to health, I believe. There you go. Alright, so that's one guy down. You guys have no... Yeah, I guess we can just fight on Featherstorm. I suppose that works. Slowly start taking our way through here. Alright, so the blue numbers rising up indicate the mana that you recover, or that the enemies recover. Mana is affected by a couple of different things. Depends on what you can do. Ignite, for instance, doesn't do anything with mana, but Chianti has an ability that's called Chill. It happens on Ice Tail, or actually any ability has a chance for Chill to work. And Chill will stop mana from regenerating, which is pretty cool. Wow! So that was Bix's help right there. The additional damage, not to mention the combo power working here. So I haven't explained combo power at all. Basically, the more things we do for the group, the more combos we have. That combo resets every turn. And of course it affects how likely it is we get more stars, which of course affects how much reward we get. I didn't actually explain that very well, but I can explain that more as we do more combos. Okay, we got a cape +1. I'm not actually using the cape now because all it does is increase our crit chance, which can be okay, but it's not very useful, I don't think. Alright, where else do we need to go? We need a... Let's look at the map here. Alright, it looks like that middle area might work out well for us. So we need to go down and then to the right. Okay. It's possible we'll get some guys respawning along the way, but the nice thing about this is that there's no random encounters. One thing I kind of hated in Pokemon was random encounters. Kind of just usually threw away the wild Pokemon. Not that I played a lot of Pokemon back in the day. Now, of course, the bad thing is that you can't really avoid a fight. Once you run up to him, that's it. You can try to jump over him, doesn't matter. Once you get into a certain range, you're fighting him. Tough. I guess this could work. Shinwan is not quite leveled up to where I wanted to be, but I guess we can actually go like Leilani, maybe Shinwan, then Bixa, and we'll see how this works. Although Mushroom against Mushroom, now that I think about it, might not work out that well. Maybe it's okay. Poison Bomb on this guy to start off with. Right, nobody else except Chianti, I think, has any ice attacks, so I might have actually chosen incorrectly here. Let's just focus on the Tengu then, and see what we can do. Alright, not much. Alright, so we're going to get some poison attacks on us. That's bad, but not horrible. Yep, that's our Magma Caterpillar's weakness. Oh, and fire. That hurt. Okay, well, let's set you on fire too, so you have both poison and fire going. And maybe do a beating. A beating and something else might actually take care of it. Yeah, that will kill him. Okay. Good. So he's the only one doing fire damage to us. And that's the one thing we need to heal through. I think we should be okay. Beating I'm not worried about. I should probably do sidekick so that we do more damage in general. And of course, I don't have to do this in order. I can do this in any order. I can switch over here just by hitting the right bumper. I think I'm going to go and do sidekick right now. So that'll boost up our combo. Basically, our combo is how many things are you doing per turn? And that increases the amount of damage you do. So, for instance, it's probably a good idea to focus on buffing first, if we're going to buff. And so then the damage that somebody else does is going to be increased. So if I shield everybody here, we should get a 8 combo. Oh my god, we only got 7. And then I'm going to do Leaf Slash on this guy, and now we have 135% damage, plus Sidekick. There's a little bit of extra damage there. That 32 in white was the Sidekick damage. Okay, the Poison Bomb level 2 kind of hurts. But they didn't focus fire, so we should be able to heal right through that. And I'm going to switch back over to Bixa and maybe do Might now. Boost everybody up. Arcane Bolt's going to be pretty bad, so I think we should light you on fire. Supposedly, I think you have a fire weakness, but I'm not actually sure. Do you have a fire? Yeah, fire weakness, supposedly. Alright, with Poison Bomb, that should poison you as well. So both poison and fire on you, like we do with Aramis. Alright, sure. Poison Bomb didn't even get through the shield. Okay, that one got through the shield. We mostly healed through it, though. Alright, now we're just going to go ahead and set you on fire. The more fire we have, the more shield we have. Yeah, it's not great, but he's already poisoned. So there's not much else we can do with him. There we go. Beating him up. Totally taking him out. And Sidekick finished him off. Alright, yeah, Bix's Sidekick ability is really good. So what I like this, instead of Pokemon where you'd fight only with normally one monster at a time, there's some neat synergies you can have with this. I'm not sure Ignite. Well, I guess we'll just do the bear damage on Ignite there. Really, Leilani's more of a healer, more of a backup buffer type of thing, more than anything else. Beating is really not going to do it. Well, I mean, it'll get you there, but I think you're still alive next turn. Even with poison and fire damage, I don't think you die. Yeah, he didn't die. Oh, he doesn't actually have poison damage. I thought he had poison damage on him. Alright, this just went on for one extended turn I didn't need it to. So I think just Featherstorm will finish you off. And there you go. Alright. That was pretty bad. I think that maybe 2 stars. Yeah, 2 stars. Alright. Alright. Well, leveled up. That's something. Let's see what you got in terms of your skills. Oh, right. Pixel also got a skill there. Let's see. Getting your health up, not a bad idea. Getting your attack up is probably a pretty good idea. I think since they keep trying to hit us, I think defense up is probably a good idea there. Okay, Gistahi. Get you started with some Fireball. Really like some ice damage on you, but sadly that does not seem to be a choice. Explosion's okay. The only one that really does multiple enemies, though, is Flame Strike. Really haven't focused much on Gistahi here, so I suppose if you do Magic Plus, we're likely to increase our magic pool in general. Unless our magic damage, isn't it? Damn. I don't totally understand all the mechanics, I gotta admit. Sure, give me beating level 2, I guess. Support level 2 with the weakness debuff is pretty good. Okay, when applying debuff, trigger an additional 30% damage. That's good to know about. Okay, so that I think just happened just by yourself. Just hardened yourself, not everybody. I thought for some reason that was an ability. The game could be a little bit better. I guess it does say passive, right? In big yellow letters, rather. Yeah, alright. Alright. Interesting things going on. Now, we are going towards a big boss fight. I don't know if we're going to get that to the end, get it to the end of the episode. This is a teleporter. Basically, we have teleportation nodes in 2 different spots. 2 other different spots, rather. Don't really want to teleport right now, though. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to get to the boss fight. The high boots is kind of a surprise. Alright, here we go. Monks are kind of dangerous. Who do we want in this? Well, with the mushrooms, they're supposedly weak to fire damage, right? So Leilani is a no-brainer. if... I guess Gistahi also does fire damage. And the monk, I forget. I think... I want to say he's resistant to wind. I think he's weak to earth, though. So that'd be either Aramis or Shinwan. Doesn't really matter which. Let's go and do Shinwan then, and then Gistahi. Alright. So first thing, regeneration. And then Poison Bomb on you. Yeah, Earth Weakness, for sure. Alright, good. That'll hurt. And then Flame Strike will hurt all of you. Wow, 398. I mean, that sounds more impressive than it actually is. I mean, really, it's a matter of the health bar. But yeah, that monk took a lot of damage. He did buff them. So they get a combo bar too, so we gotta be careful of their combo. That does increase the damage they do to us. The regeneration does help. Unfortunately, it doesn't add to our combo when it happens, but take what I can get. I do some fire damage to this guy. It's pretty good. If I do... Yeah, that's earth damage to you. Won't quite take you out. I'm hoping plus the... Yeah, the poison damage will definitely kill him. So we fireball. We can't actually fireball. We don't have enough. Yeah, alright. Well... Unfortunately, I don't have any magic potions that boost. These are only good for healing, nothing else. So that doesn't actually work for me. So attacking only works. Which I guess is Poison Bomb. So... Here, I guess? He's the only one with no status effect on him. There you go. Alright. Monk is gone. Okay, so that's the one thing I was really worried about. Not a problem. Fortunately, they're not focus firing, so we're good there. Regeneration kind of worked. Alright, give me... I guess go ahead and set this guy on fire. He's both fire and poisoned. And then... You lower your defenses? No, weakness debuff decreases the amount of damage they do at us. Beating on him is okay, I guess. I'm gonna just poison him. Right? There we go. Now we get Flame Strike. Only level 1. It still did a decent amount of damage there. There we go. Took one guy out. The other guy is on the cusp. Oh, man. So close. So close, yet so far away. Alright, 1 damage attack is gonna do it. Obviously, Linlon not the one to do it. It's definitely got to be this guy. There you go. There we go. I got 4 stars out of that. I'm kind of surprised. I thought we did pretty poorly there, but I guess it worked out. And we got some skills, so let's go ahead and assign some of those. Alright, we can get some health, or we can channel a buff to the whole team. Channel is an ongoing effect, kind of like regeneration, except it requires mana. Regeneration didn't, for some reason. Don't exactly know why. Acid Rain level 3. I mean, that's decent, I suppose. For some reason, I can't do this. I think you have to have a certain number of points in the tree in order to do it. So, I mean, our heal could be better, to be fair. So, sure, why not? Heal up a little bit better. Gistahi, you need better magic, my friend. Which sadly is not actually an option. I already chose all the magic stuff for you, didn't I? Well, now. Yeah, moving from mana 7 to mana 4, it doesn't actually help me at all. So, explosion, I guess? So we could try doing is saying, well, Gistahi needs better equipment. Yeah, like a wooden stick is pretty bad. So we'll do a Cestus there. Wooden stick is what they all start off with. I didn't even change this guy's stuff. That's pretty bad of me. Should have done that. I should have given him everything. Wow, I sent him out naked into the world. And he still came back swinging. Alright. And most of the guys we're fighting are level 7, so I'm probably over-leveled through this area. I have been going back and forth a lot. So it's kind of my fault. Kind of my fault. It's definitely my fault. It is still a lot of fun, though. I'm having a lot of fun with this game. Not sure where we're going to be going with it. It's supposed to be a big boss around here somewhere. Oh, there we go. Blue cave key. Okay. So now we have this. I might as well show you guys the real problems in this area, which are the champions. They're problems only in that they require a little bit more strategy to take out. They are not problems in that, I mean, normally I would say a problem would be something that would be detrimental to the game, but that is not the case here. They are meant to be a challenge. The nice thing about them is that you can fight them more than once if you want to get a better star rating on them. I actually remember where the door was. Okay, so this might be a champion here, the guy in the plague mask. I don't actually know. It could just be an NPC we can talk to. Let's see. Oh, it might be just NPC. Oh yeah, Alchemist. Who are you then? It'd be dangerous to continue in this direction, especially for such a young one. I mean, laughs maniacally. Like that. And so, champion, no? Another hunter. That's a champion monster. I don't think I'm ready for this. I have an idea. I'll stay at a distance to study its behavior. So let's us fight it. Okay. So, other thing I haven't talked about is berries, walnuts, potatoes. These things you can feed your pets. So if I feed, like, Gestahi here, so you see, these guys remember the lost meals, and anything you give them, like, for instance, a walnut gives defense, potato gives health, apples give mana. So I think, like, Gestahi needs an apple, right? Because he's been doing really poorly on his mana consumption. That could really help him out. We also have potatoes, good for health. Walnut, I think maybe giving him some defense would not be a bad idea. Now, it depends on who we want to fight this particular battle. That I'm not sure about. Might as well give him a berry, too, since he doesn't have a third thing. And, of course, if you want to trade any of these out, like if I said, you know, well, I really think that we should focus in more on defense, I can give it that again to Aramis. Those defenses will stack, and the health will go away on the bottom, and the top one will be replaced by defense. So an interesting little idea of trying to give a little bit more stat bonuses. The skill resetter, of course, resets the skill tree of a monster if you want to do that. I don't think I've had a chance to do that yet. Alright, so here we go. We're going to fight a champion. Champions basically have two things going for them. One, they have more health. They have a longer health bar. And two, I might as well go ahead and jump in here. And two, they can do more than one thing per action. So usually they get 2 actions per turn. So this guy looks like he's weak to fire. So we want fire enemies to go up against him. So that's probably going to be Gestahi. I really want Bixa in this too, I think. So I'm going to go... I don't think... I mean, Leilani would be good for the regen, right? Yeah, regen is good just in case. So yeah, we're going to do Leilani. I think we're going to do Bixa because we need the sidekick ability. And Gestahi for the additional fire damage. Alright. So first thing we do, regen. We're going to need it. Alright, next thing we need, sidekick. Buff this shit up. Alright. Then, let's go ahead and just fireball him. Yeah, it's not going to do too much. Look at that health. That is an incredible amount of health. 74,000 health. Or 7,400, rather. So, okay, it's just going to scratch him here. But hey, every little bit of scratching helps. Now, granted, if we had poison, that would also help us. Stone Rain right on our Tengu. That hurts. Regen helped a little bit, though. Alright, go ahead and set him on fire. That'll help, too. He is weak to fire, so he should take additional damage to it. He is not weak to winds. So, sadly, that's not going to work. I think our best bet here is probably actually going to be a healing... Let's heal up. Yeah, that's probably the best idea there. Alright. So, we can poison him. That's probably not a bad idea. Let's poison bomb him. Gets as much tick damage as we possibly can on him. It's probably going to be the best thing. And every little bit of flame will get us a barrier. Which helped us. Alright. And then I guess we just slowly tick our way through here. Might not have been the best loadout for these guys. I probably could have done a little bit better. But basically, we're just going to be slowly going through this as much as we can. Sidekick should help, though. Let's go and do Explosion. Yeah, that could have done a little bit better. The more ticks that does, the better off we are. There we go. Get some shielding. Alright, that was pretty good. Blocked all by the barrier. Not completely blocked, but yeah, the barrier definitely helps. Leilani was a good choice here. In fact, let's go ahead and shield everybody. Get some good defense. And then if you wanted to do like an air sickle, that might be a bad idea. Get some tick damage on him. That's not the tick damage I really wanted, but sidekick helped. And then flame strike is really not going to be good for this because that's good for multiple enemies, but really I think fireball is good for one enemy. And it looks like we've solved his mana problem. At least for the most part. I think he's regenerating through the mana pretty easily now. Slash there, but we should be able to get barrier up again. Yeah, let's do a barrier buff for everybody. I think that just increased our defense, though. That did not necessarily give us an actual shield. Do Feather Storm. He's down to half, though. We totally got this fight. We're in good shape, health-wise. He is not. I think that we're doing pretty well. So this does 1 times 250%. I guess the Fireball is probably the best choice here. I did like 500 damage to him, so he's taking a significant amount of poison and fire damage every turn rather. We're doing pretty well. Yeah, Leilani's regeneration might be a little bit overpowered. I want to take this time to remind you, this game is in beta. But I think it's still pretty solid playable beta. Could do beating here. I think sure, why not? Go ahead and do some of these. That should increase the chance for sidekick to happen. There you go. And go ahead and do an explosion there. Yeah, I think Fireball is still the best idea for our Tengu. Slowly taking him through now. We should be able to take him out this turn. And, I mean, one more will do it. Pretty much like... I mean, Arcane Bolt's barely going to scratch it. Sidekick did help a little bit there. I think beating will finish him off, though. Just punch him to death. And there we go. Minotaur down. Now, unfortunately with Minotaurs, you can't capture them. Sometimes they come up with some good loot, depending on how well you do in the fight. And, alright, there we go. We got 2 skill ups. That's nice. Use Ender to keep your novice rank. Because I fought 3 champions. Enemy minimal raise level 10? Oh. Okay. That's interesting. Most of our monsters aren't actually level 10 yet. New items available at traders. Infinity Arena now available to keep a stronghold. Wow, you did it. You're braver than me. I was prepared for it. Once I saw the champion, I felt paralyzed. By the way, did you also meet the suspicious person earlier? The alchemist? Yeah. And there's Leonard. You still here? Did you find any champion monsters? Yes. Piece of the verse just defeated one by himself. What? Must have confused it with a regular monster. Looking over the corpse? Or he's just running away. Alright. What a big-headed guy. Anyway, I go back to the keep and try to find something out about the suspicious person we met. So obviously there's a story piece in here. That'd be very interesting to go. Yeah, and this is the end of the demo. Alright, so I actually timed that just about right. So this has been Monster Sanctuary. I don't actually know when it comes out. I have no clues whatsoever. Let me look it up for a minute here and see if there's anything here. But yeah, basically a turn-based Pokemon-ish type of thing. Let's see, Monster Sanctuary. It is available up on Steam. If I can spell Sanctuary right, that'd be all the better. The link is, of course, going to be available in the link below. The link is available in the link below. Yeah, in the description below is what I mean to say there. Let's see, is there a date for this yet? I don't see one. Still in development. Yeah, but the demo's available. Monster Sanctuary and Monster Sanctuary, the demo, are actually 2 different listings on Steam, just so you know. You can also just download the demo on the Monster Sanctuary page. That will work. Either one of those will work. Yeah, no idea when this is going to come out. I'm looking forward to this. This actually was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with this demo. I played for this for about 3 hours, actually. And that was just the demo. So when the game actually comes out and we actually see what the story progression is, and I don't know, I'm being able to name your own monsters, capturing your own monsters. There's a lot of good parts of this game. I have a small nitpicks here and there, but really, it's solid. So check it out. Put it on your wish list. It's maybe going to come out this year, next year, 2020. I have no idea. Whenever it does come out, though, I might be tempted to do a Let's Play series on it. And thanks for watching. This has been Monster Sanctuary. I'm PC Universe, your PC Universe 2. And I'll see you guys next time.